Hey, this is Ryan from AccuTune Off-Road, and today I'm going to show you our 2.5 Coilover kit for the Jeep JL. This is our 2.5-inch coilover kit. It's a little bigger than the 2-inch diameter coilover kit we currently offer. And this one is available with just the brackets and shocks in case you've already got control arms. And it's also available as a complete kit with all the control arms and track bars you'll need to upgrade your suspension. So this 2.5 coilover kit, in the front we're using weld-on brackets. They're super simple to install, they're very strong. It just makes this whole installation a breeze as opposed to some giant bracket that fills your whole fender well. In the rear we stuck with bolting into the stock mounts, and we have a separate bracket kit that's also available if you want to beef it up and gusset it in. What makes our kit really unique is the shocks. We've spent a ton of time figuring out what lengths fit and what don't fit. And we've chosen this length because it's the proper balance of up travel and down travel. The balance is really more important than the total amount of travel. So basically up travel is you're sitting at ride height, how much the axle can move up before it bottoms out. And that's really important for soaking up bumps and having a nice comfortable ride off-road. And we spend a ton of time focusing on how things ride and not just the numbers you see on paper. And so this combination here gives you 5 inches of up travel before you bottom out. And when you articulate, you never bottom the shocks out, so they last longer. Other kits that may run a longer shock have a lot of issues with bottoming out. They may have 3 or 4 inches of up travel where we have 5. You know, that's 25, 30% more up travel. It makes a huge difference in ride quality. The next thing with the length of these shocks is that when you articulate, the shocks never hit the frame. On some kits, they run too long of a shock. The shocks are all in the frame they're hitting, and that can cause a lot of issues with wearing your shocks out. You might be on a hard obstacle and suddenly you've got a bent piston rod and you're leaking oil. It causes real problems. Our shocks with these lengths do not hit. The second thing is that when you're articulated out, you're steering, our tires don't hit the shocks. That also wears your shocks out. It scrapes the paint off, they look horrible. So our shocks don't hit the frame, our tires don't hit the shocks as long as you follow our recommendations on wheel size and backspace and all that stuff. So we've put a ton of effort into shock lengths and making sure that these are going to perform the absolute best they can and that you're not going to have any clearance issues with other parts. On our Jeep right now we have the Fox shocks with DSC adjusters installed. We also offer the Foxes without adjusters, so just a regular remote reservoir, and we also offer them in King with and without adjusters. The biggest benefit to our kit is how much time we spent in tuning. We have these things absolutely dialed in, and I highly recommend getting our Adventure Tune for your Jeep. We've spent an absolute ton of time. It's phenomenal on-road, it's phenomenal off-road, it's going to do all those fire roads you want, it's going to soak up all the little bumps, it's going to be comfortable cruising down the freeway. I highly recommend that tune. But some people do like to go out to the desert and they want to run bigger whoops. They're geared more towards off-road and less on-road. And some people add a lot of accessories. And so for those options, we have 3 different tunes. Our standard tune that we recommend for this setup is the Adventure Tune, which is good it's made for the street, but it can go off-road. It's great on fire roads. We have the Dual Sport Tune, which is made more for off-road, a little bit bigger whoops, faster driving, less bottoming out, but can still drive on the road. It's just more tailored towards off-road, a little stiffer riding on the road. And then we have our trail valving, our trail tune, which is very aggressive. It's made for going out places like Johnson Valley and bashing through whoops. And then each of those tunes we can customize for your weight and accessories. So if you've loaded up with a ton of armor, gear, coolers, fridges, whatever you've got, we can customize the tune for you to compensate for the extra weight. And we customize the springs as well, so that out of the box, this thing's just going to perform and ride the way that you want your Jeep to. This kit is optimized for 35-inch to 40-inch tires, depending on how much lift you want. Ours is currently set up with 3 inches of lift in the front and 37-inch tires. It works exceptionally well. We've got 5 inches of up travel there. With 40s, you need a little bit more bump stop spacer and a little bit more lift height, so you keep the tire out of the fender and everything like that. But it works great between those lift heights and those tire sizes. If you're looking for the best performing 2.5 Coilover kit for your JL, this is it. We have weld-on brackets for super simple installation, nice strong mounting. We have the proper length shocks that don't bind or hit anything, and we have phenomenal valving inside that rides like a dream. So if you want to learn more about our kit, check out our website, AccuTuneOffroad.com. Follow us on Instagram or Facebook, and keep watching these YouTube videos. Thank you.